It's a tight battle for the Western Conference title. 2K Sports presents Game 4. Will we see it even up, or will it go to 3-1? Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Houston Rockets here in Toyota Center. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And the starting group for the Spurs. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then it's the chosen one. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. And for Houston, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Thompson is out there with Benedict Mathurin. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. And it's the Spurs to start out. Here's Hernandez. He's covered by Thompson. Wembanyama off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
The shot by Thompson, no good. With the drive. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets on offense. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Wemby came up, and Coach emphasized the importance of taking a charge and digging in when his players can. He said Wemby is counting on you to be movable. If your feet are set, you may alter his course. Don't change yours. If they can stand up to this tall task, they might just curb Wemby's advantage out there. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Hernandez. No good from outside. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. KD against Vassell. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. That's good from Hernandez. And he makes both free throws. Now here is Smith. Pass to Thompson. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Back to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Hernandez. It's 3 pointers off the mark.
And the stroke definitely lacking. Confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Hernandez can't get it to go.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Hernandez. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the bump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Thompson passes to Mathurin. A 3 ball. Vassell grabs the board. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. And this is a team that, quite frankly, has been incredibly impressive so far in the postseason, with only 3 losses to date.
And to get to this stage of the playoffs and only have 3 losses is really incredible. But they can't get carried away knowing that. The job's not finished.
For the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Jabari Smith. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Amen Thompson. Johnson's checked in for San Antonio. Harper comes in for Stephon Castle. Here's Hernandez. Here's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. 4th, Victor Wembanyama.
He's dialed up his rebounding here in the postseason. There's something about the big games that bring out the best in him.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Hernandez. Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He picked up 49 points, and his shot was on point, especially from downtown and the charity stripe. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Allie, we appreciate the update. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Shot by Johnson, no good. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Down low, here's Capella. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Hernandez. It's rebounded by Houston.
You challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
No one is stopping that shot. Durant with the teardrop. There's just no way to defend that.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Spurs lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. We're back at the Western Conference Finals. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's really hard to get foul calls on the road. Credit them for being so aggressive.
They've got Tari Eason. Clint Capella is out there with Smith. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's VanVleet in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now, here's Harper. No scoring in this one. Johnson, wide open. He fired. Cornette finds Johnson. Here's Cornette. Outside Harper. The 3. Hits it from three-point range. Harper's got the lead up to 4 now for the Spurs.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Houston making a switch. Thompson's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Vassell's checked in. Checked in for Capella. Hernandez checked in for San Antonio. Now Van Vliet. Scoreless thus far. Şengün kicks to Thompson. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Another foul would give him 3. For the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
San Antonio leading. Here's Hernandez. Sweet little floater. Hernandez has got 11 points.
And they've had 2 completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second. And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Trying to free himself up, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
The Spurs have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Kennard, he's checked in for the Rockets. That free throw good from Hernandez. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Kennard on the wing. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Kennard's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, some of the most solid mechanics in the league. Kennard has complete trust in his motion.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones, and now their defense is in overdrive.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the Rockets. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. It's good from long range. Now that's 17 points for the chosen one.
And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Vassell outside. Inside. Got a piece of it. And Wembanyama too much inside.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Pass to Eason. And Thompson puts up a deep 3. No good. That would have tied it.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize. Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort today.
Smith kicks to Thompson. It's Durant on the wing. Castle covering. 5 on the clock. No good from Durant. Spurs leading by 3. Shoots a fader. Smith with it to the left side wing. For the 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Hernandez. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 19 points for the chosen one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Durant. 5 points in the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, after struggling in the first period, he's turned it around. You can see the confidence growing.
Hernandez can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 3. To the paint, here's Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
Going up strong there. That's the kind of aggressive play you love to see from Smith.
6-second difference between shot and game plan. Here's Hernandez, nailed from three-point land. Hernandez has got 22.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Thompson surveying the floor. Pass to Durant, beyond the arc. A shot off that time. With 1 on the clock. No good that time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Spurs. They're up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
Thanks for joining our halftime broadcast here.
Their effort on the offensive glass has set a strong message. They're not going to be pushed around, and they're going to battle and outwork you.
Like I outwork you every day, Kenny. I'm just saying.
I outwork both of you, and it ain't even close. Looking at the scenario for the Houston Rockets. When you think about the series, Shaq, do they need to win this game? And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
With so much on the line tonight, you have to be impressed with the way he came out and set the tone with his aggression.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem playing up to the moment.
And KD's got the ball here for Houston. 4-point game. Getting underway now in the second half, and here's the 5 for Mitch Johnson. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then there's Wembanyama. Then it's the chosen one, and it's Champagnie in at the 4 spot.
Well, you know, for such a big guy, Wembanyama has excellent body control.
Outside Durant. Durant going to work inside.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
Here's Hernandez. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. That free throw good from Hernandez. That one is no good. Gets trailed by 5. Mathurin for 3. Hernandez pulls it in. And San Antonio shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
The Spurs have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Both free throws good from Hernandez. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Thompson passes to Şengün. Outside, KD. Shot from 12. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
And that one's good. Champagnie.
Works that one inside nicely.
Rockets trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And so Thompson nails both of them. Spurs leading by 7. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Shots good by Hernandez.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Thompson finds Smith. Back to Thompson. Lays it up off the glass. Thompson's got 8 points.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Wembanyama. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. It's making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Harper's checked in. Wembanyama against Şengün. Van Vliet left side. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Fires the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the night.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
There's the triple. The rebound by KD. Durant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Off target from three-point range. San Antonio leading by 7. Wembanyama, good, right over the defense.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Wasted no time on that one. Van Vliet's got 5 points in the quarter.
And what a tool for Van Vliet to have. We know he is great driving it. So when he's using the pull-up, it's really effective.
Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. And you look at the chosen one, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Chalk up 2 there. Hernandez has got 30 points.
Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
And here's Durant. He's got 9. And the layup falls. Durant's got 11 points.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
From deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And a wide open look for Mathurin. And it's off from three-point range. San Antonio leading by 7. Here's Hernandez. 30 points in the game. In the layup. Hernandez has got 32 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now here's Van Vliet. Durant kicks to Van Vliet. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. In the backcourt, we'll see Van Vliet and Thompson. Alperen Şengün out there with Tari Eason. And it's Capella in at the center. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under review.
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Rockets trail by 6. Now Van Vliet. Pass to Thompson. Now Eason. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Count it. 34 points for the chosen one.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Van Vliet with it. Now guarded by Hernandez. Van Vliet with the bucket.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Eason with it, and it's Vassell picking him up. For 3, Van Vliet. And it's Harper with the rebound. Spurs leading by 3. Here's Vassell. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Thompson sets the pick for Van Vliet. Pass to Eason. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. To tie it up. And Van Vliet lays it in. Van Vliet's got 12 points here in the second half.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Bryant looking around. Now Vassell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another chance here. And that one is good.
How about the energy he showed on the glass? Outworking everyone and getting rewarded for it.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He knows every possession is critical now. Houston making some changes. Let's check in for Capella. Kevin Durant comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Fred Van Vliet. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie.
Playing with confidence. Smith wants to be a guy that this team can rely on.
San Antonio again turning it over. Rockets have gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. To take the lead, Wembanyama reels it in. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. The three goes down.
Well, they needed a bucket right there, and it's Vassell who answers the call.
KD against Vassell.
And that's like a body blow answered with another body blow. And these fans go from dejection to deliriousness in a matter of seconds.
San Antonio's gone 1 or 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Castle with it. Here's Hernandez. Shot clock at 6. The long shot, no good.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Miss! And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead basket. And that one drops.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Oh, Durant imposing his will.
And Durant has been in these moments before, welcoming any opportunity to knock down a big shot.
Here's Hernandez. He's covered by Thompson.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game 4. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And while perimeter play might be Smith's calling card, he does have the size to do damage inside.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Shoots the 3. Another chance. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
Well, that's the leadership and clutch instinct they always want to see from Wembanyama.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws, and now up 3. They've got to play smart.
Launches it. And hit the 3. And he does not hit. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul for team foul. For your Rockets, Kevin Durant, 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And Antonio calls timeout. Guys, what's your take?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. This was a crucial game for them, tying up the series at 2 apiece.
Over here has been taken up.
will be to be the incident-free.
Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. The San Antonio Spurs find themselves in a postseason deadlock at 2 games apiece. It is a critical turning point, and they know the time is now as they face a pivotal Game 5 against the Houston Rockets. The quest for the best in the West continues. Coming up next.
And we are here in the West, and a fight to make it to the NBA Finals. The series is tied at 2-2, making tonight's game extremely pivotal. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs against the Houston Rockets. Here with the greats, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, and Allie LaForce, our reporter. So the Houston starting 5. KD and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. And it's Şengün in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for the Spurs, Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's Wembanyama, and it's Champagnie at the 4. Durant with the bucket. Taking a look at San Antonio. They're trying to take the upper hand in what's been a tight series to this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're down to a best-of-3 situation now. And with a berth in the finals at stake, these are going to be some tense games. I like their chances tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're back here in a few days for Game 7.
And Houston has possession. The Spurs making their last shot. Van Vliet pass to Durant. Houston working the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam, sponsored by AT&T. Hernandez is good. Amir
starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He could roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Durant. And the layup is good off the glass. Durant's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Executing the plan here early, still haven't missed a shot.
Here's Hernandez. No good with the triple. The Rockets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here's Thompson. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Here's Hernandez. Connects from downtown. Hernandez got 7 points. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. The first thing on his mind was not letting Kevin Durant beat them. He said, quote, even if it means playing off other guys, we cannot let KD get comfortable. We have to be right up in his jersey the entire game. We're going to see some aggressive D on Durant tonight by the sound of this. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Good.
Look at the quick reaction by Van Vliet to get on that drive.
San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Hernandez. It's hauled in by Houston. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. With the drop. Oh! Wow. I can't believe he just did that.
See, those are the type of finishes that you pay to see.
And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Rockets. Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. Let's go with a 3. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 7.
Any shot for KD is a great shot for his team, and I don't care how far back he is.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Spurs with some changes. Harper comes in for Vassell, and De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for Castle. And then for Houston, Capella, he's checked in for Smith, and Benedict Mathurin subbed in for Van Vliet. Hernandez. San Antonio again can't hit.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Here's Thompson. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Oh, stopped at the rim. Victor using his reach to shut that bad boy down.
Here's Durant. Rebound by San Antonio. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Drops in the three. Hernandez got 12.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Thompson passes to Capella to the right side. Here's Mathurin. Pass to Capella. Now here's Şengün. Puts up a three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Here's Hernandez. He's covered by Mathurin. And it's Hernandez missing. The Rockets have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Now Şengün. Şengün, a screen on Wembanyama. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Looking at the start of Şengün's career, here's a guy who's really stepped up his game, has become a key player for them.
These are his first free throws of the game. That one's off.
Şengün's fun to watch on the block. Drop steps, spin moves, up and unders. This man will put on a clinic down low.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Second free throw is good. San Antonio trailing here. The kick out. Making some changes. Eason's checked in for Durant, and Fred Van Vliet is subbed in for Kennard. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's Luke Cornett, and it's Hernandez in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Rockets got the job done. He had 36 points and was on fire from outside. The D had no answer for him. When we talk about a volume scorer, this is what we're referring to. He was relentless and prolific. Guys?
Yeah, spot on, Allie. And there's always the chance of a carryover effect into tonight's game.
I wouldn't put it past him, but it's tough to have back-to-back performances like that.
And his teammates shouldn't be relying on him to do that either. They need him to be ready to step it up.
Shooting one.
That free throw good for Mathurin.
One thing that's apparent about Mathurin is his athleticism. He's got a good blend of agility and strength, which gives him multiple ways to beat you.
Now here's Van Vliet. Off target from outside. Bryant finds Castle. Here's Hernandez. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
You can tell Castle values the chance to set another guy up. He's not trying to do it all by himself out there.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's closely guarded. Van Vliet with a screen on Castle. Three-pointer Mathurin. Rebound San Antonio. Vassell outside. Here's Hernandez. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot, but the bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And the Spurs with some changes. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Harper comes in for Bryant. And De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for Castle. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Kevin Durant comes in for Eason. Now here's Van Vliet. Out to the wing. Here's Şengün. Houston with another miss.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Oh, got that one up quick. Wembanyama's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Down low. They need this. And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, at the offensive end, more often than not, you'll find Capella at the rim.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And let's take a look at who's been lights out from beyond the arc in this year's playoffs. 5th, Dylan Harper.
Some guys thrive on the postseason pressure. He's been an unbelievable floor spacer for them.
And Houston making a change here. Adams is checked in. Nails it from 3.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
To the middle. The kick to Durant. 4-3. Good. And the assist goes to Şengün. Durant's got 10 points.
Easy money. Durant claps back with a 3.
Here's Hernandez. Mathurin with a rebound. Rockets trail by 5. That's to Şengün. Outside Durant. And here's Şengün. Three-pointer. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Harper. San Antonio moving the ball around. Four on the clock. The 3 from Wembanyama. It's hauled in by Houston. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Durant looking around. Pass to Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
I like how Durant keeps all his options open, kicking the ball to another guy when he doesn't like what the pick and roll gets him.
Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Here's Van Vliet. And another basket for Houston. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. San Antonio on top. They're up by 3. And we'll return shortly.
36.
Hey folks, first half of Game 5 in the books. It's been a tight contest for the San Antonio Spurs.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space. It's much harder to score in the half court.
Helps when you have the athletes they do as well. Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. They've got a chance to retake a lead in the series and a hometown crowd eager to help them do it.
You're right. Home court advantage could be the difference maker. Time to make that move.
A pretty balanced series so far. Both teams have proven they can win games. So who knows what will happen?
Not me. that does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Glad to have you with us as we return to the action here in the Western Conference Finals. Here's Castle, still without a bucket. So on the floor for Houston. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now here's Van Vliet. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Misses the layup.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
They get the rebound. Oh, how about Victor? Gets there for the putback jam.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Rockets trail by 8. Now here's Van Vliet. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his third foul so far.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
San Antonio's gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Here's Champagny. Pass to Castle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Rockets shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. The three from Thompson. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Hernandez. Here's Champagny. Defended by Thompson. Castle outside. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Durant. Rebound San Antonio.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Hernandez. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The open shot, Van Vliet. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Van Vliet's got 6.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make kind of kickstart, kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots. He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
From outside, off the mark.
Out of halftime. Not the way you want to execute. Just 1 of 5 from the field.
Here's Durant. The rebound by Hernandez. San Antonio leading by 6. Takes the 3. No good.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And the Spurs making a change here. Harper's checked in. Matherin's checked in for Houston. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Fires the 3. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Rockets trail by 3. Three-pointer Matherin drills it from deep.
You're setting up one of their best shooters. Matherin does not disappoint.
And there's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Here's Hernandez. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama powers it through inside.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Castle against Durant. Over Castle. No good off the glass. San Antonio's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. And it's Hernandez missing.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
Here's Hernandez. They get it again.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
San Antonio shooting their 4th and 5th. Rockets trail by 5. They've got Harper, Luke Cornett out there with Devin Vassell, and it's Bryant in at the power forward position. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now here's Matherin. On defense, San Antonio. Şengün, the screen. Clock at 6. Lets it fly from 18. And he can't get that one. Spurs lead by 5. Vassell with it. He's picked up by Eason. Hernandez is good. Mick. Hernandez got 30 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Van Vliet finds Şengün. Şengün, the screen. Matherin passes to Şengün. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam thanks to AT&T. It's Eason with the jam.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Hernandez. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Champagnie, he's checked in for San Antonio. And a change for the Rockets. Thompson, he's checked in for Eason. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Rockets. Trailing by 10. The three is up. The rebound by Hernandez.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And Bryant gets it to go.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Rockets have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Thompson with a screen. Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. From 15 feet away. Out to the right wing. Now Şengün. Shot clock at 6. Another chance. Oh, it's off target. Spurs lead by 12. 4th quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Matherin. All here in the 4th. Here's Van Vliet. No good from 3.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. A different look for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Bryant, and Stephon Castles subbed in for Harper. And then for Houston, Smith comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Durant in for Matherin. He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Rockets trail by 13. Here's Thompson. Smith with a screen on Castle. Oh, he jammed it!
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
Matherin's checked in for the Rockets. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Here's Durant. A minute 50 left to play in the fourth. Now they're outside. Oh, the long ball, no good. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 12-4 run. Oh, he misses the layup.
Aggressive move. I know he wishes he had that one back.
Now Durant from deep. And the three-pointer is good for Durant.
Making that tricky shot from the corner looks so simple. That's just a bucket for Durant.
Durant with the rebound.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
It's good!
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up by 9. Both good from the line that time. Houston has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
Capable of scoring from any area. Love when Durant takes charge and dominates like this.
And he drives in. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Tosses it up. Castle pulls it down.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Oh, no good. And so Durant will bring it up for the Rockets. Here's Şengün.
Well, Şengün is a big man that is hard to handle.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
2 shots.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Here's San Antonio now. 10-point lead. Ooh, the three doesn't go.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
16 seconds left in the game. Puts up the tray. Rebounded by Smith. Cash from downtown.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. And with this win, they've piled on the pressure. They only need one more victory to close the series out.
This was a critical performance. At 2-2, a team season could ride on a Game 5 like this one. They did a terrific job of rising to the moment and taking control of the series.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Grant Hill, Richard...
I mean, I was running and trying to stay 2 steps ahead of him, so I might not have heard him perfectly, but I think he was saying something about a card game.
fans, don't forget to head back to the arena. Next game, if you're here, you're going to receive your very own the Bear bobblehead. It'll be a fun one to show off your Rockets pride. Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for Calendar Day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascot?
It's Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. The Spurs are staring right in the face of a Game 6 showdown. Do they have the fortitude to close out the series? Now is their time to try and avoid a Game 7 against the Houston Rockets. The quest for the best in the West continues. Coming up next.
Pivotal Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Houston Rockets here in Toyota Center. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sidelines. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then it's the chosen one. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. And for the Rockets, we'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. In the backcourt, we'll see Van Vliet and Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the 5 spot. You look at Houston, looking to even the series here, Greg, on their home floor.
And force a deciding Game 7 on the road. It won't be easy, but standing this close to the championship round, plenty of teams would trade places to be right here.
Here's Hernandez, and the rejection by Smith.
Jabari using that 6'10 frame right there. Length is something you cannot teach. Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Here's Hernandez. Shoots over Van Vliet. Here's Wembanyama. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Van Vliet wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Castle against Şengün. Pass to Hernandez. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. And KD's got the ball here for the Rockets. Van Vliet, right side. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the left wing. Vassell, the pass to Hernandez. Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
The Rockets again can't hit.
With no D around, you expect him to knock down that midi.
Here's Castle. Good D by Thompson. Rockets on offense. It's a 3-point game. They need to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
Here's Hernandez. Pass to Castle. And stolen by Thompson. To the inside, Smith. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Raw power from Smith Jr. on that slam.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Hernandez. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hernandez has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for San Antonio. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He contributed 40 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. It's been an incredible stretch for him, and we'll find out soon enough if he can keep it going. Send it back to you guys.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different.
Oh, goodness. Where did that come from? Oh, that was beautiful.
What a punch.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So for the Rockets, Clint Capella comes in for Jabari Smith. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Fred VanVleet. Then for the Spurs, Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. And it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. Rockets trail by 3. Thompson, left side. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. The Rockets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
And when you talk about Benedict Mathurin, it's clear. This guy's a gifted scorer, and that's his primary role right now. He's a confident guard with good size and has a real feel for the game. I think he's got all-star potential.
Rocket 6. Shoots the 3. The Rockets again can't hit. Spurs leading by 3. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game. That's good from Hernandez. Both free throws good from Hernandez. We've got 1:18 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Thompson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Houston making some changes. Smith checked in for Capella. Tari Eason comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Luke Kennard in for Amen Thompson. San Antonio leading by 3. It's stolen by Eason. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim.
Substitution on the board.
Here's Smith. He has 6. Pass to VanVleet. Pass, and it's Smith with the assist that time. VanVleet's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. And VanVleet out there with Benedict Mathurin. And it's Eason in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Smith. Now Mathurin. No good with the triple. Here's Hernandez. And it falls over the rim and in. Hernandez has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Houston making a switch here. Durant's checked in. Then for the Spurs. Wembanyama comes in for Luke Cornett. And it's Harper in for Bryant. Smith with the basket on the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
And he's good on the 3-ball. And that's 18 points for the chosen one.
That's his 3rd triple of the game. It's the first one in the 2nd quarter.
With the step back, here's KD. The rebound by the Spurs.
I wouldn't count on him missing the mid-range shot again. That's a good look for him.
Hernandez can't get it to go. Houston leading by 6. Pass to Smith. Wembanyama against time from Smith.
Boy, that mid-range J from KD can put people to sleep, boy. Tough to guard him at all 3 levels.
Vassell outside. Here's Hernandez. They get it back. Harper wide open. Wembanyama. Wembanyama on the follow. Wembanyama's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And San Antonio with the change here too. Champagne's checked in, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Got it.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can...
The previous play is under review.
Personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be. Sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. So double-checking, and the game continues on.
Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. And you look at the chosen one, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. The throw good, Van Vliet.
An NBA champion and all-star. Fred Van Vliet's a guy every team wants because he's fun to play with and he plays the game the right way and with passion.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Durant drives, shoots over Vassell. Shot's good by Durant. KD's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Durant so good at finishing in tight. Excellent in the paint.
He just rocked the rim.
Insanity on display right there. Wow.
Woo. That's how to throw it down with a flourish. Guys, windmill that baby home.
Oh, you're right. And he does it on the reverse just for good measure.
Hey, if you're going to go to the windmill, might as well make it as flashy as possible. He's found his game in this 2nd quarter, looking very assertive now.
And there's the drive. That's good by Hernandez.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. Smith gets to Durant. From the arc, Durant brings it from distance.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And so we conclude the first half. Rockets ahead, up by 10. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Houston Rockets.
Well, they got a lift from their bench. Those guys came in, got the buckets, took some pressure off their starters.
They have contributors up and down that roster. Looking at the scenario for the Houston Rockets. Facing elimination, can they even the series on their home floor? Shaq.
Are you calling the powers of Shaq Shadamas?
Yeah.
I must consult the bones, but I left them at home, Ernie.
What are you talking about, the Dominoes?
Nope.
And that concludes halftime. Now time.
What an atmosphere in here as we return to the action of the Western Conference Final. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
On the court for San Antonio. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then there's Wembanyama. Then it's the chosen one. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 slot. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Team foul. Smith outside. To the middle. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Smith. Van Vliet's got 10 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Pass to Smith. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Houston.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Hernandez. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
For 3, Van Vliet. Rebound, San Antonio. Wembanyama has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here's Durant. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Fires the 3. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
You know, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Houston leading by 13. Steps back. Here's Van Vliet. Şengün. And falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Şengün's got his first basket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And the Rockets making a change here. Mathurin's checked in. Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
This coaching staff encourages Thompson to look for a shot, especially when he's in close.
Here's Hernandez. No good on the three.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Pass to Thompson. Şengün with a wide open look. That three off the mark. Spurs trail by 15. Puts up a deep three, and he drills it. Beautiful release there from Hernandez. Hernandez has got 8 points here in this quarter. Deflects the pass. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way. And stolen by Thompson. Durant in the corner. Jacks up a three. Slick corner three by Durant.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
From deep three-point land. Hernandez can't get it to go. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They led by as many as 18 points. Smith the pass to Şengün. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got assist number 5 here tonight.
The balance, the focus. Şengün shrugging off the contact in style.
Lets it go with the three. It's rebounded by Durant. Rockets leading by 17. This one for three. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
And the Spurs with possession. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And that's just another...
Spurs trail by 15. They've got Tari Eason. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Capella in at the 5. It's the 5 for Houston right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Here's Şengün. Carries it down low.
A true monster in the paint. And just under 7 feet, it can be so easy for Şengün to find those baskets.
Here's Hernandez. Connects from three-point range. Hernandez has got 12 points here in the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And here is VanVleet. Down low. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Hernandez. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Hernandez. Houston leading by 11. To the paint. Kicks it out to VanVleet. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Because he's so sharp, VanVleet can be a very tough guy to defend.
The line for Houston, Fred VanVleet. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so VanVleet nails both of them. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Hernandez, and Capella sends it back.
over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker. That is good offense, unselfish play.
Spurs trail by 16. There's the three, and he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Hernandez. Hernandez has got 41. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. So for the Rockets, Smith checked in for Clint Capella. Durant comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Thompson in for Benedict Mathurin. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Buries the deep ball.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Tries it from 16. Rebounded by Vassell. Spurs trail by 13. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. From outside, Wembanyama. Easy work down low for Wembanyama.
And you got to get a body on Wembanyama, or he will eat you up down low.
Van Vliet fires. The three doesn't go. The Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Takes the three. And it misses. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul. Rockets leading by 11. Van Vliet up top. Defended by Hernandez. And he gets that one to go.
Van Vliet, for his size, is pretty tricky.
San Antonio's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Knocks down the three.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Durant up top. Now Smith. Outside Van Vliet. Misses the three. And stolen by Thompson. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
Single finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. Make them feel you.
Let's lose a three. Smith there for the rebound. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break. Just tremendous tenacity and toughness out there tonight. In a pivotal Game 6, they came out firing. Big-time victory for the Rockets.
A beautiful pass doesn't always connect again from distance.
The threes coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Now GA tied for the third most three-point field goals in single-game playoff history.
And 10 triples equals Dame Lillard's buzzer-beating performance in 2019 when he waved bye-bye to the Thunder.
He's off from three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start.
And again for three.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena slack-jawed.
And Greg, he finds himself tied for second place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game.
Equaling Game 6 Clay, who buried OKC back in 2016 with 11 triples. And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that. This fella knows how to finish a game off. There was no question about those free throws.
So we see Houston taking the W here. I think, Greg, they played with a little more of a relaxed demeanor tonight, knowing this was it, now or never.
And their season continues because of that, Kevin. How about forcing a Game 7? This is big, and it's going to be an intense battle. I cannot wait.
It'll be terrific, you're right. Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
A difficult loss for you guys. It seemed like even when the energy was there defensively, you just couldn't quite make enough plays to come out ahead. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah, they made more plays than we did. We'll have to watch the tape and see what we missed. Make our adjustments and hopefully start making more plays next game out.
Well, good luck, MP. Thank you. Back to you.
More than a couple. More than a couple stinkers, too. 4 games. That's all.
Good, MP?
He's about to tear it up.
Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. The Spurs have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won. 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Houston Rockets. The conclusion of the Western Conference Finals coming up next.
And tonight on 2K Sports, only one team will advance out of the West for the right to compete in the NBA Finals. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. So the Houston starting 5. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward, and it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. And for the Spurs, Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's Wembanyama, and it's Hernandez in at the 1. You look at San Antonio, they've been extended to the brink, but the finals remain just one win away. As a player, how hard is it to keep your focus in an atmosphere like this?
Well, B.A., you feel the energy from your fans for sure. But you've worked so hard all season to get to this point. Almost nothing can distract you from your goal.
Fires for 3. Smith with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Thompson outside. That's to Şengün. The kick out to Van Vliet. Off the mark there with a three.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And that one's good.
That's pretty much any coach. That's how he'd like to start the game.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Pass to Durant. Şengün, a screen on Vassell. Goes up on the wing. Durant's shot is off.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Castle against Thompson. Here's Hernandez. Van Vliet with some nice D. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, it's going to take a mile. So coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And another miss by Houston.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down the floor.
Hernandez is good. Mick.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Pass to Champagny. And it's stolen by Van Vliet. To the inside. The three. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, the most impressive thing about Durant's career is his efficiency as a scorer. Given the amount of defensive attention he draws, it's quite impressive.
Harper, he's checked in for Vassell. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Mathurin's checked in for Van Vliet. Now here's Thompson. Houston shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Can't get the first one.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. The Spurs have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Here's Hernandez. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Pass to Şengün. On the wing, Durant. From downtown. And the three-pointer goes.
Yeah, smooth and focused. KD is so polished, so prolific.
Here's Hernandez, defended by Thompson, to halt the run. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. The Rockets lead by 4. 11 feet out. Durant, no good. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see from Smith. Now, it's important for him to make strides as a playmaker.
Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Castle. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Capella, he's checked in for Smith. San Antonio's gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Here's Hernandez. And a miss there on the triple.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Thompson in the post. It's stolen.
They've got to tighten up the ball control. That pass was just too easy to defend.
The three. Durant pulls it in.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
And passing is something Durant has really worked on. And you see the results with the sweet dime right there.
Here's Hernandez. The three ball. San Antonio again missing.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
And Şengün throw it down.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Here's Hernandez. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The 11-footer. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Inside. Here's Hernandez. Nice D from Durant. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's Houston up by 10. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And our coverage of Game 7 continues. Intense atmosphere right now. And checked in for Houston. Fred VanVleet comes in for Kennard. Taking a look at the Rockets. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Eason in at the small forward.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in the last game against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He scored 53 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. He was carrying this team, taking over offensively. Can he do it again? We'll see.
Thanks as always, Allie. Great report.
Especially when you have it going like he did.
There's the triple, and San Antonio hits again from deep. Three-pointer, VanVleet. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Hernandez. No good from outside. The Rockets lead by 6. VanVleet, pass to Smith. No good on the triple.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Hernandez. Drains the triple. Hernandez got 18.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Outside Eason. Şengün, a screen on Castle. Eason, good. Eason's got his first 2 points of the night.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Back to VanVleet. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Houston in the lead. Takes a three. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Here's Hernandez. Gets the three to fall. Hernandez got 24 points.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
VanVleet, the pass to Şengün.
Well, after picking up his 3rd foul, they may sit him the rest of the half.
For San Antonio, Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Bryant comes in for Castle. And Fox is subbed in for Harper. And then for Houston, Capella comes in for Smith. And it's Durant in for Eason. Here's VanVleet. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Hernandez. They can tie it up. That one misses.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet gets the 3-ball to go. And now it's a 6-point Houston lead.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
And so it's Houston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. Back to the game after this break.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
Taking a look at the Spurs. Thanks for joining us.
This stadium is rocking right now as we return to the Western Conference Finals. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Rockets. 13 points was their... biggest lead of the game. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's Wembanyama and it's Champagny at the power forward position. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here's Hernandez. Sends it home from three-point land. Hernandez got 27.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Vassell against Durant. Smith outside. Pass to Şengün. Knocks it loose. 6 to shoot. Şengün, a screen on Vassell. The 3, Durant. Rebounded by Castle.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
That evens the score. Hernandez got 6 here in the quarter.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Hernandez. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Van Vliet. Vassell with the rebound.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Here's Hernandez. Here's Wembanyama. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. this is who's leading the charge when it comes to rebounding here in the postseason. Fourth, Victor Wembanyama.
His awareness around the rim has really been impressive lately. It's obvious he knows every possession is important in the playoffs.
Houston has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Van Vliet drives for 3. Durant. Houston with another miss.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
And he misses the go-ahead basket. For Houston, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. And there's the lob. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Van Vliet outside. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got his 3rd assist of the night.
And when Van Vliet kicks it up a notch, get out of his way. Keep letting him do his thing.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. He's all alone. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
He has such an elusive cover. The Frenchman Wembanyama is especially hard to stop in transition.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Rebound by San Antonio. Champagne's got 4 rebounds now. The 3 is up. The putback. Oh, Wemby! The putback!
Defensively, this has not been the second half they were looking for. Gotta tighten it up.
Pass to Thompson. For 3, Durant. Buries it from 3. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. And a change for the Rockets. Mathurin's checked in. Over to the wing. Şengün against Wembanyama. Pass to Harper. Wembanyama, screen on Mathurin. From deep, Harper. Offensive board.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like
Rockets trail by 3. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Alperen Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. Well, the Spurs shooting about 47%. A nice number. Sinks it from distance. And the Spurs lead by 6.
They're finally waking up from a sluggish first half offensively. This half, they've been much more efficient from the field.
Down low. Şengün. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
Here's Hernandez. And he dunks it down.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
To the middle. It's stolen by Howard. Back come the Spurs in transition. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important. And that's a sport. Getting into the danger area now, he's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
And the Spurs making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Vassell with the rebound. Vassell's got 4 rebounds now. Hernandez is good. Hernandez got 38 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Bryant. Champagnie comes in for Johnson. And Castle's subbed in for Harper. And then for Houston, Smith, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Kevin Durant comes in for Eason. And it's Thompson in for Matherin. And the basket by Van Vliet.
It's such a creative finish. FVV in the open.
San Antonio leading by 5. Yes, sir! That one goes!
They have no answer defensively inside.
And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for Houston. Now Van Vliet jacks up a 3. Wembanyama there for the rebound. Here's Champagnie, covered by Smith. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Durant takes it in. Here's Van Vliet. Takes a 3. Oh, no good.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connecting cam. Oh, he jams it right back at him.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Here he goes. Yes! Using that window.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Gets it to go. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Jams it home!
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Outside Van Vliet. He's off from 3.
Might be time for a little different approach.
Oh, flying high!
Unreal.
Throwing it down!
That's just incredible. Woo!
Who are you telling, B.A.? The reverse windmill? Come on now. That's just not right.
He got in that zone, and he has the ability to do it. Why not? Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let... Oh, my God.
I can't believe he just did that.
Wow.
There aren't many feelings like this in sports. Knowing you've earned a trip to the NBA Finals, a special moment for the Spurs.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either.
And it's good! He hits another one!
Talk about coming up huge. What a performance.
He's nearing the franchise record for most points in a playoff game. Man, this guy is clutch. Here's Van Vliet. Shoots a 3. Vassell there for the rebound. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Durant surveying the D. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. And so the San Antonio Spurs win the series and will move on.
Well, for all the hard work they put in this season, they're the deserving champions of the West. credit this entire organization, the front office, the coaching staff, the players, their families. A lot of sacrifices have to be made to get to this point.
Indeed, and now one final challenge for them to overcome. Maybe the biggest challenge they faced yet.
Yeah, and you know at this stage of the playoffs, it can get exhausting. But the energy they had to close out this series was incredible. They'll be carrying some serious momentum into the finals.
So for tonight, they'll celebrate being the Western Conference champions. But tomorrow, all attention on the NBA Finals. And let's check in with Jennifer Quintana.